Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am Mikael and today I'm back with another video. And I just wanted to make a video to end off 2024 before the new year. Now, if you're spiritual, I know the new year is not until March. But I do both. I do both. Because even though I don't necessarily think that New Year's is in January, I think it's still a good, it's still kind of like a good preparation. Like, use January and February to prep for March. But it's still, that's a good amount of time to, like, get rid of things energetically, you know, put things to rest. Which is how I came up with this video. The title of the video, at least, which is All the Things I've Learned in 2024. So I'd say 2024 is 100% one of the hardest years I've had in a really, really long time. And I think one thing that I love about it being hard is it's not hard in the same way as, you know, how people would talk about 2020 was the hardest year of their life. But basically 2020 was just like tower moments after tower moments. Like, people was realizing this person wasn't for them, and this job, we was getting fucking fired here and there, and, you know, it was a scary time for certain people. For me, you know, I was pregnant, so it was, for me, it was rough because I was pregnant, and it was an ugly time to realize that the person you're having a child with does not fucking love you. Is in the middle of a fucking pandemic where everybody think everybody about to die. But because I was pregnant, that was one of my chillest pregnancies. I was chill as fuck. I wasn't thinking about the pandemic. I was thinking about making sure that I don't lose my mind as a pregnant woman because I want to kill that man. And respectfully, my spirit team had my back because I was chill as fuck that pregnancy. My last pregnancy was even chiller than that one, but that pregnancy, I kind of just let things, I was trying to make sure I survived, because, whew, that man had me fucked up. So anyways, yeah, 2020 was not hard for me, specifically. This was fucking hard, because I feel like I've changed so much of my life in this last year, and I'm not even saying, like, January to January. I would probably say more like October, around the time I was about to have my baby, my last child, to this month. Because kind of felt like, for me, my 2024 started in October. Because I knew, I was like already preparing in October for like having my baby and making sure that postpartum depression doesn't get me this time. And making sure depression in general wasn't going to get me this time. And actually planning for leaving my relationship and how I was going to go about that. And you know what I mean? Like, it already started off crazy for me in October of 2023. So, yeah, it basically, at that month, I was thinking, I was already making these conscious choices to make sure that I do not go backwards. I don't go back to my old relationships. I don't go, like, you know, feeling like I'm in lack and like I need my children's father's help, so now I gotta pull him back in. Realizing that I was manipulative for even doing that. Like, I don't think I even thought of it like that. That, like, I was afraid, like, a bill wasn't getting paid because he felt some type of way about, I don't know, whatever the fuck triggered him about me. Shit, everything. But, you know, and then feeling like I need to be a little nicer. Maybe I'm not being nice enough to him. And not realizing that that's manipulation because you know you don't want to be with him. And it's not like I know I don't want to be with him because I want that man. No, I knew I didn't want to be with him anymore because I was tired of getting hurt by him. I was tired of being left alone. I was tired of having kids and then being the only person who's taking care of them because at least he's helping with bills so he can jump in and out. And I wouldn't even say that he was necessarily as absent as an absent father, But at the same time, it felt like we were only around each other for the sake of ass. You know what I mean? He can get some cheeks, and I have some stability for the kids, for me and the kids. So yeah, I was already like, you cannot go back to that. You cannot live like that in October, right? And I think what 2024 has taught me is, just when you think you've healed enough, you could heal some more. If you have come from a troubled background or a traumatic background, you're not about to get over 33 years worth of trauma from childhood, trauma from teenagehood, trauma from young adult, traumas that you put yourself into, traumas of your relationships, traumas of getting hurt by the outside world, constantly. And I have been judged. I have been judged my entire life, and it ain't slowed down. I mean, well, I won't say it hasn't slowed down. I think the way that I am judged now is different. Back then, I was judged as like people genuinely trying to bully me physically, violently. Whereas now, people say sly shit and think they about to get away with it. Or they think they're going to say something slick, and then they're just going to be like, hey, Mickey, the next day. Or think they about to text or call me, or think they about to show up at my place, and I'm going to just be open arms. No. But learning that, like, yeah, those things still trigger me. Bullying still triggers me. People saying, like, certain type of trigger words that, like, they know affect you in some way. They know you've been through this thing, so they're just going to keep saying these trigger words. Like, realizing those things still affected me, and then thinking that I healed from them, and then hearing them. Like, you think you heal from it because if a stranger says it, I don't know, fuck you. But then somebody that you're close to says it, and now you're like fucking wigging out and shit. But bullying, learning how to maneuver through bullying has been crazy, because I don't think I even realized that it's not just me. Like, it's not just people saying sly shit to me or slick shit to me. I realized, like, people do this shit to each other all day, all fucking day. They're just constantly saying sly shit to each other and then masking it as jokes. And none of these people are saying anything. I'm not saying nobody's sticking it for themselves. Why am I stuttering? I'm not saying do I stutter? I don't think I even realized I stuttered. Anyways, realizing that people don't stick up for themselves. And then, so when you do, because I have been setting like massive amount of boundaries in these last couple of months, and it has been kicking my ass. And then you realize, people are triggered by me setting boundaries. It's because they don't set boundaries. You know what I mean? It's realizing how easy it is to go back to your ex. Like, 2024 has taught me how easy it is to go back to your ex. Like, you are unconsciously sometimes doing this. For instance, I learned that how I got my ex to come back, right? I wouldn't look at it like because I'm like, I want to be with him because he did this and he did that and fuck that nigga. But then I could have like a bad day, and then all he has to do is be like, hey, are you okay? And I know I don't want to be with him. I know there would be no purpose of me telling, you know what I mean? Like, if you're in a relationship and you love someone or you like somebody, them asking you if you've had a bad day, of course you're going to be like, yeah, this and this and this happened. But I knew that he would, if I said it to him, he would come a running. And I was like, oh yeah, this. The man done left, he done cheated on you, you done caught pictures of him and the chick sleeping in the bed, and you done seen all this. Why would you tell him that, knowing he's going to come running back? It's manipulation, right? So then I've spent all year just like, as soon as he's like, hey, need anything? I'm like, no. But one of those things that especially as a black woman, that I hated or hate, well, I guess now I get it. Now I understand. I guess just the way that people say it or the way that they deliver it and making it seem like it's only black women and it's black women's fault, blah, 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 blah. But the triggering thing would be like, you're in that relationship, that shitty ass relationship, because you want to be in that shitty ass relationship. And then you look back on your life and you're like, nah, hell no. I would not want to be with somebody who cheats on me. I would not want to be with somebody who put their hands on me. I would not want to be with somebody. And I'm not saying, I don't do the victim blaming thing. I'm only speaking for me because I see it that way now, right? Because when then I go through a domestic violence situation, I leave because I don't want to go through a domestic violence situation. If I'm getting cheated on and then I'm like, okay, I'm tired of this, then I leave because I don't want to be cheated on. However, there are a multitude of times where those things would happen to me. And I'm looking at it like I'm cussing him out. I'm kicking him out. Like, yeah, you got to get the fuck out. Fuck you, nigga, you nasty bitch. No, wait, let me stop because I don't think I've ever said it like that. But anyways, probably drunk. But yeah, and I'm like saying all this, but then, hey, do you need anything? And then it's like, I can't imagine that I have to figure out what I need or what the kids need by myself. Because then I'm like, nah, fuck that. He wanted these kids. He better help me. Why should I have to? And blah, blah, blah. And it's like, of course you shouldn't have to. That's a given. Of course you should not have to deal with abuse. Of course you should not have to take care of kids by yourself. Of course you should not have to deal with some fucking crazy ass baby mama who gonna fucking scare off every chick you ever be or you ever want to be with. Of course you shouldn't. However, you either are going to deal with the consequences of your actions because you chose to have a child with this person, or I suppose you chose not to not have a child with that person. Take that with what you will. Or you are going to choose to use that person for whatever resources and deal with the consequences of dealing with that person with those resources. Get your own fucking resources. I'm not saying that's easy, because in my situation, the way that it felt would be like, okay, I can choose to say, fuck you. You can't get no coochie. You can't come over. I ain't cooking you nothing. And then he could have been like, well, I ain't helping you with the kids. So how do I pay bills? You know what I mean? If I don't have anybody to help me with the kids and I can't go to work because I have nobody to help me with the kids and my family fucking sucks and his family fucking sucks. So then it's like, what do you do? And shit, I chose to figure it out this year. Because at the end of the day, I'm not about to keep having to work. It's like I'm already working around your schedule by being a whole woman who has to walk at night. And you're a fucking man, but you want to work day shift and you can't. Okay, cool. I'll be masculine as fuck at night if I gotta be. It ain't like I have never been through this shit before. But of course, you know, in the past, I'm looking at it like, no, I am a woman. And I'm not saying I'm not, and I'm not saying I shouldn't feel that way. But I'm either gonna deal with his shit or I'm gonna just do what the fuck I gotta do until I don't have to deal with it. If you keep choosing to use those manipulative tactics it's not manipulative tactics, but at some point, if you're not doing anything to change the situation, it is manipulative. Because at the end of the day gotta end. At the end of the day, if I'm not doing anything to change my own situation and I'm still going to keep relying on him to change my situation or to better my situation, then like I said, I have to deal with the consequences of that. So I fucked around and found out, hey, I'm either going to make you take these kids and I'm going to work. I'm going to be a fucking deadbeat ass mother before I sit here and have these kids homeless. Because what they say when you have to pick presidents, the lesser of two evils. To me, the lesser of two evils was they live with their father and they're living a decent life. Because he makes decent money. You know, they live with their father, they live a decent life, their vehicle, they got at the time, they got a house, you know what I mean? Their grandma at least is helping there. I don't have no fucking body. What would be the point of me saying, no, these are my kids because I want to piss you off because you don't want to help me, you don't want to be with me, all that type shit. No, I'm going to take the kids and now we fucking homeless because I can't work and my family doesn't give a fuck about me. What would be the point of making yourself a decision like that? So I say either you take these kids, you take them, and we figure that out, or you take care of them by yourself. I took the fucking plunge. It worked. And yeah, of course I look like an asshole to him. Of course I look like, oh my God, you're crazy. Of course it was like, oh yeah, you probably just want to date. Of course all that shit happened. But now look, we are cordial as fuck. Yeah, we're cordial as fuck. We don't argue. We don't have fucking... I think the one thing we've disagreed on was whether our second youngest, is that how you would say it, or third youngest, second, anyways, whether she could have whether she's old enough for a DS. We was at a point in time where I couldn't even get this man to take them for longer than 6 hours in 2 days. I'm like, how am I supposed to work like this when I don't have anyone to help me? Right? We went from that to, dang, should we get her a DS? I don't think she should have a DS because, maybe she should get a little bit older. Just fucking DSs all around the damn house. You think I'd be able to sit here and pay for that type of shit if I was over here manipulating? No. But I had to learn that I do that. I did that. Because I was too afraid that I wouldn't be able to do anything by myself. Or I was afraid that, some days it's going to look a little fucking rocky. Some days, it's PB&J's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, kids. I'm just playing. It ain't like that bad. But sometimes, shit, you got to do what you got to do. And that's okay. And I would rather have that my independence than to be in some toxic shit where I can't be myself and I can't live and I can't die. Like, fuck. Right? So I learned that about myself. Right? I learned that a lot of times, I think some certain women, and I'm gonna put myself in that category because I didn't think I was one of those women, but I think I am or was. Where a lot of times women will feel like women don't like them, right? Like, oh, I don't get along with women, and I wasn't the type like I'm different from all the other girls. But, I think I subconsciously wore that persona because, well, I was. And in some ways, though, not even a lot, because then now I know there's a lot of women like me who, just artistic and just different. But I realized, I'm like, because that's how I perceived it. It feels like women don't like me. And not to say that I thought that women were jealous of me because I'm like so fucking hot and shit. But no, I just felt like they thought, they didn't like that I was getting a certain amount of, I've said this before, they don't like that I got a certain amount of attention, maybe just as much attention as they do. But they feel, they're showing ass and titties and they twerking and, they gawking 3,000. Why the fuck am I getting this attention? I'm some weird, quirky, nerdy ass kid or teenager now. Now I show some skin, so they probably know now why. I'm just playing. So I had decided that one day I'm just going to pay attention to how do I react to women in general. And I noticed that I definitely would be more friendly to men than women. And not even like in this flirtatious, well, at least not purposely. Because I've been told many times that I am flirtatious, or maybe you're just naturally flirtatious and you don't know it. I don't know how you don't know that you're flirting. I think I know when I'm flirting, dead ass. But I do think I'm friendly because I just don't see the point of being an asshole. But because I would assume that a woman is going to most likely be like, bitch, then I would automatically not be as nice. So it's not that I felt like I want to be more nice to men or, like, I just want to flirt with men and shit. I just automatically assumed that women won't like me. So I just wasn't immediately being nice. So that's something that I've been doing this year. And now I feel like I talk and am friendly and greet women just as much as men, which is cool. I also realized another thing I've learned about myself is I treat men that are attractive. No, wrong. I treat men that I think are attractive differently than, I guess, every other man. For instance, I'm way nicer to men that I do not find attractive. I think I said this in one of my videos. Where, I feel like I am not as nice to men that I find attractive because I automatically assume that there's some sort of a player Right, because not necessarily because I just think like, oh, they're whores, but because of the reaction of other people. So I just assume that most men who get a lot of attention is most likely going to indulge in that attention. Whether they do or not doesn't even matter. It does now, but it didn't even matter. I would still just assume that of course they are, but also because they would assume that I am. So it's like, I think the I hate hypocrites. I'm realizing that the I hate hypocrite thing is maybe a little too ingrained, right? Because now it's like, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. Okay, like I feel like because I hate hypocrites, I can't just look at it like a man might be insecure. And therefore, that's why he thinks I am flirtatious and friendly. I have to assume that for him to think of me that way, that means he is that way, right? Which, yeah, that sometimes is a thing. Somebody accuses you cheating, they are most likely are cheating. But it isn't always the thing. Sometimes someone has just seen something that indicates that you're fucking cheating. And that does not mean that they're cheating on you. It just means you look like you're fucking cheating. And I think I've taken the hypocrite thing so to heart that I can't just say, hey, someone needs some reassurance from me and I need to reassure them. I'm looking at it like, yo, what you doing, bro? Because I'm me, right? I'm me. It just makes sense in my head. I'm me. So I know I'm not doing shit, right? I know I'm not doing shit. But because I'm so used to men and being players, it's like, oh yeah, I know because of my past and having an ex who used to do that shit. I could be fucking walking across the street. I know you're looking at that nigga on 540 block. I don't fucking know. But it's like, what? I'm not looking over there. Whole time nigga was cheating with everybody and their goddamn mama. So to me, I guess that I thought I healed from that. I didn't. Right? Now, because I'm telling you, fucking 2024 has been tower moment after fucking tower moment after I feel like I have let go of so many people in my life. So that's why I guess I'm saying now, like, I feel like I have no one. That's how I was feeling. Like, even just like last week. So I was crying my ass. Well, I don't know if it was last week. It was probably like 3-4 days ago. But I was crying my ass off, right? Because I'm like, actually, no. It was a week, 2 weeks ago. I got sick. And as I got sick, I had to walk home from work. And as I'm walking home from work, I'm like fucking crying because I'm like, it's cold as fuck, first of all. And I don't have a car. I'm cold as fuck. And it was like I can't say, hey, someone that fucking cares, I'm sick and I need to go home. You mind picking me up? Now, realistically, I wouldn't be able to do that anyway. Because it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. 6 o'clock in the morning. But there was just the thought that I felt I couldn't even do that. When I realized when we are caught up in our heads about certain people, whether it be whoever's pissing you off, whoever you love, whoever you're giving your attention to, we get so wrapped up in those people that we don't see the people behind us. We don't see the people at our side. We don't see the people who's had our back the whole fucking time. Right? And I'm like, I had to reflect on it. Not then. I'm literally just reflecting on all this shit as I'm walking home from work today. On the 31st? What is it? Today on the 31st, right? It just kind of all just fucking hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, I don't know. Just this last couple hours. Overwhelming amount of clarity is just fucking tickling my brain. Because this wasn't necessarily the video I was going to be doing. Well, it was. But not these topics. But I just feel like, I don't know. It's one of those things where if somebody sees it, I hope it helps them. But there was an overwhelming amount of clarity that entire fucking day that I was sick, there was well, I ain't gonna say anybody's names, but at work, the entire day, it was almost like I felt like I was being taken care of by my family. But for some reason, because it wasn't a specific person, I felt like I was alone. Then I started thinking about my parents and my siblings and aunties and uncles, and the fact that, like, I don't talk to any of my family. Oh, damn text message. But I was just thinking about it like that. I'm thinking about all these specific people who I've cut out my life, right? And so now I'm just like walking like I ain't got nobody. Oh my God, I got no one. And I'm fucking crying. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with missing the people that we are cutting out our lives. And that's for the people who are, or the people who have to, because not everybody has to do that. You know what I mean? And I hope you're grateful for that, because that's amazing. But we're so wrapped up in those people. We think like, oh, we cut them out, right? So that's it. But it's not it, because you didn't heal from that. You didn't sit down and say, when do we sit down and say, hey, that time that they fucking slapped me across my face on Thanksgiving hurt, and this is why it hurt, because it was embarrassing, right? And I do a lot of shadow work, so it's not that I don't know how to do that, or it's not that I don't do that, but I'm realizing that I haven't been doing that at all, about the fact that I've had to officially cut these people out of my life, block them, stop talking to them, change numbers and all that type shit. Well, I'm about to. New year, new me, bitch. But yeah, I didn't realize that, like, I'm not really realizing how fucked up it is to be in a position where you could die, right, in your house, and no one would know. Or at least your family. Let's say it that way. Your family would never know. Your family, my family, if I died today, would have no way of knowing that. They wouldn't know. And if I'm being real, I don't think they'd care. I'd have to have some fucking, my children's father would have to do the funeral, like, you know what I mean? Right? And that's how I'm looking at it, like, damn, like, this shit sucks. And I didn't really like grasp that, right? So I'm forgetting about the fact that I've got 20 damn different family people that people, let me not, hold on now. It's like one of those blood is thicker than, is it blood is thicker than water? Because that don't sound right. Basically, when you there's a saying, it's basically, you can't choose your family, but you can pick something, whatever the fuck. But I don't think I'm realizing that. Like, I'm doing, there's this one, I don't know how to say things without saying people's name. Anyways, there's an older lady, right, that me and her have gotten very, very close, right? So to the point where I'm doing this lady's hair. And I remember the first time that she was like, hey, can you do my hair? I was really standing there like, the fuck? I do not want to touch your hair. I was really like, right? But like, I was listening to my intuition, right? And I feel like God told me to do it. I know that sounds crazy, right? Because don't touch my hair. I don't want to touch your hair. I don't know. But it was one of those moments where I feel like I realized that I'm never really in the moment with people. I'm kind of like processing what they're saying, but I feel like I'm processing it in a intellectual way. Not like, oh, I'm so super fucking smart. I just mean, I feel like I'm processing it in a way where almost like I'm trying to figure them out, right? Or I'm trying to figure them out, and I'm trying to figure out if are they connecting with me, or do they want something from me, right? And sometimes people just want something from me. They want some advice. You know what I mean? They just want someone that they can vent to. And then sometimes people are trying to connect. But I don't get a lot of people who try to connect with me. I get a lot of people who try to siphon me, or basically energetically, like, you know, maybe they need somebody to put down because they had a bad fucking day, or maybe they see I'm always laughing and smiling, so they want to kind of get some good energy, which is nothing wrong with that. Trying to get some good energy. Maybe they need to pick me up, something like that. It's just, but it's still using me energetically, you know. But it's always something like that, or, you know, hey, I know you do XYZ. I know you're into vitamins. I know you be reading books. What is this? Or how do you do that? Or I'm more used to that. I'm more used to feeling like I'm healing somebody, basically. I feel like a fucking healer half the damn time. I'm not really used to someone connecting. I'm not used to someone wanting to, like, connect with me and know me, right? So when she said it, it's just like, but I decided to do it anyway, right? And now it's like, I couldn't imagine not having her in my life. And then I'm realizing, like, there's so many people in my life like that. But we don't really see that because it's not somebody like we're fucking. It's not somebody we get to, like, go party with. It's not somebody like we're, you know, dreaming of a future with. It's not somebody. I feel like sometimes we're all so caught up in love and lust that we forget that there are other ways to love people, right? There are other ways to connect with people outside of you could do something for me, I could do something for you, money, money, money. It's crazy because the last video I just said, you get that dealt. Let me stop. I didn't say that, but that's romantically. But there are other. Be a fucking friend to a guy who is fine and not expect him to flirt with you. Can we do that? Because I had to realize, do I do that? Or do I assume that the guy is gonna like me? Or at some point we're gonna be, you know what I mean? Or do you want better? Be a friend to a guy that you do not find attractive. Can you genuinely joke around and laugh around and be cool with someone that you don't find attractive? That you can't get nothing from? You know what I mean? Be friends with people who are older than you. Be friends with people who are younger than you. Teach them something. Learn something. I feel like I'm realizing a lot of people don't do that. Or at least maybe younger people don't do that. It's kind of just about a good time thing. It's kind of just about a vibe thing. It's kind of just about a, like, networking thing. It's not just, hey, Bill, you know, and then have this long-ass 2-hour conversation. I've had a fucking 3-hour conversation with somebody the other day. 3 fucking hours. I ain't want nothing from him. He ain't want nothing from. I'm just genuinely having a bomb-ass conversation for 3 fucking hours. And I don't remember the last time I've done that with a guy. And there's no sexual tension, fucking, oh, I can't wait. Right? And it made me realize so much, right? It made me realize that I don't speak up the way I speak up, right? I'm getting to this point where I'm speaking up, but I'm speaking up in a defend the I don't know, like some Robin Hood type shit, which is cool. Loving it. But I feel like I'm not speaking up more like romantically. I don't speak up romantically. I don't think I say enough of, like, romantic things. And so, I mean, and I feel like it's because fear of rejection, right? You don't know if somebody like, bitch, the fuck is you talking about? Wait, what the? I can't even fucking say it. Wait, what the hell he say? Now I don't even know what the hell he says. Damn. I'm like, I'm sorry I lied to you, Martin. I just didn't want to go to Arizona. Okay, let me stop. Oh my gosh. I cannot get that shit she said out my head. I'm sorry I lied to you, Martin. Oh, okay, let me stop. I'm gonna fucking spend 15 minutes laughing about this shit. Okay, anyways. Woo! I learned that I don't love unconditionally enough, right? And I think I said this. I don't know which platform, but I know I said it, but I think I said it when I was saying that I don't think I'm as nice to attractive men, which I realize a lot of women aren't. You're kind of, it's like, you know, one of them, that fucking guy who's like rude as hell, and he's like, you know, and they always gotta pick on you, and he's like, it's because I like you, and we used to always think that shit was dumb as fuck. That's not romantic. Ew. Like, I don't need you pinching me. But I realize women do that shit all the time. We are some bitches when we think somebody is cute. And then I see other women do it, and I be like, ugh, that's how you do it? Which I'm not saying it doesn't work for them, because I've literally been, I remember this one of my supervisors, Hispanic chick, like back in the day. And I remember she told me that, and I don't know why, I just really hated her for saying it. But she was, you know, into black dudes. So she was like, yeah, you gotta be mean to them. That's the only way that's how you train them, or some shit like that. That's the only way that they do X, Y, Z, right? And I remember being so fucking disgusted, right? And she said this in front of a black coworker. I guess the guy she was training. But of the black dude, the coworker. And he was just like, but he wasn't even laughing like, oh yeah, you right. He's laughing like fucking shame. Like shame. But didn't say a damn thing. And I remember feeling so fucking disgusted. Mind you, we're all doing that shit. We all do that shit. I'd be laughing and kicking it up with somebody. As soon as I see somebody that's fine, I'm just like, I don't even know where that comes from. Because I'm goofy as hell. I don't know where the fuck that shit comes from. Well, I do know where it comes from. It's anxiety, and you're scared and shit, and, you know, it's whatever the fuck. Nervousness, anxiety kind of thing. But also, I think the fear of rejection, the fear of someone seeing you and being like, you're goofy, or you too silly, or, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. And then, you know, you look back, and yeah, I've been through that shit. I've had a guy tell me I'm too damn goofy, or I'm one of the homies, or I've heard that, like, the the man was more interested in, like, the bad bitch type, like, you know, you gotta be, you know what I mean, and all that shit. And if you laughing and kikiing with another man too, oh, you must have liked that nigga, or whatever the hell, you can't laugh too hard at another man's joke. I will laugh my ass off and loud as fuck. I love a good laugh. But, you know, and I'm thinking, like, ain't no funky fucking nigga gonna make me not laugh. But then I'm doing it. I'm just doing it. But I don't think I'm realizing that I'm doing that. I just look at it like, oh, I'm being quiet. I'm just quiet. I'm just quiet. I'm just shy. I'm just chilling. But, you know, I've been judged so fucking many times. I code switch the hell out of some shit. But I have paid attention that I do intentionally. Is it? Yeah, I feel like it's intentionally, because then I'm feeling it and I'm like, damn, why do I keep doing it? And then I'm like, okay, I ain't gonna do it this time. I ain't gonna do it. I might be fucking. So recently, I've been able to do it where I'll see somebody I find attractive, and I'm just like, if I'm singing, I'm singing. If I'm dancing, I'm dancing, baby. I ain't stopping. You be alright. Because realistically, do you really want to end up with the person who's like, bitch, you look weird? No. I'm gonna be fucking robot bitch for the rest of my life. I'm gonna fucking stick up my ass until I'm fucking 60. I'm a break and shit. Just randomly one day, baby! I'm tired of that shit. Grandpa, I'm tired of nigger. That's just too damn bad. You just gonna fucking randomly break, and then I'm just gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh for like fucking a year straight, because I ain't laughed in 10 years, because it's funky fucking yuck. Yeah, no, you gotta let that shit out. It builds up into resentments, and then I'm realizing, why do I resent this person? Why do I dislike this person? Why is they aggravating me so much? Because I ain't been myself in a week. I'm exhausted from pretending. The mask is Mask is slipping. I'm getting weird. Yo, that's why people think I do drugs, man. That's why they think I do drugs. Too goofy. Anyways, the more I fucking... Wait. Why every time I fuck with this babe, it get worse and worse? Where's it going? Why the fuck again? Why the fuck is it getting short? Oh my god, man. Oh, because where is it going? This motherfucker gonna be all the way back. Oh, fuck. Whew. Okay. Shit, I gotta cut all this out. I gotta edit all this. Damn. Anyway, because we're fucked. Bro, damn, did I cut my bang too short? Anyways, I'm a lady. I need some fucking water. God damn, I ain't got no water. Okay. Take that. I shouldn't be saying that shit. Oh, God. Okay, I'm gonna start crying. Hold on now. Come back, bang. Come back. Shit, I'm hurry up. Damn, I'm wondering am I sweating in this drinking. Black people problems. Okay, I'm ready. Okay. I should have just cut the damn video off. Anyway, what else did I learn? Damn. Be yourself. Okay. Be yourself. Okay, yeah, that's another one I learned. I should, wrote this shit down. Ooh, step 1. Stop talking to these niggas. Yeah, be yourself is a good one. But yeah, if you don't, the mask will slip. Yeah, that's what I was saying. The mask will slip. You're gonna look fucking nuts because they're used to this person. Now you're this person. Y'all gonna bound to break up. All that shit, whatever. I don't think I really had that problem relationship-wise. Well, that's a lie. So I had a little tidbit of a relationship. I don't know if I should call it that. I never really call anything, if I'm referring to the past, right? Boom. That was gross as fuck. I don't really call anything a relationship. Usually until it's you reach a threshold of 3-4 months. I say 4 or 5 months. I don't know. Maybe I'm wilding. I don't know. Are y'all saying oh, I've been in 5 relationships and 3 of them that's only lasted 2-3 months? That's silly. I wouldn't do that. I've only been in, I say serious relationships. I've only been in 3 serious relationships. I'm going to say that the end of 2024 ain't changed that. It's still only 3. However, I was in sort of. I'm not going to say it's a situationship because it wasn't. But I don't know if it was necessarily a relationship. I was dating. I was in a serious dating. Oh, yeah, you would say this. I was in a committed dating situation. I was no longer casually dating. No, well, even through that, though, even through the dating, because, I've been on a few dates. And, I think that is, one of the biggest things that I've learned is that I do like that girly kind of open the door. Because I kind of thought I didn't. I kind of thought, I wasn't. Oh, my fucking God. One of the clarity things I got today, which is crazy that I'm wearing this white dress. And excuse me, because it just, bam, it just hit back of my motherfucking head. So what I was learning, right, through my dating, is that, I was in my masculine. Not to say that I'm not in my masculine now, because I've decided I want to balance it instead of going full-blown feminine, right? I got to have my dark feminine, and I got to have my light feminine, because I want to be airy and flowy and creative and, nurturing. I want to cook. I want to clean. I want to do all the cute, girly stuff. But at the same time, I got to have my dark feminine. Because every now and again, I'm going to need you to do the motherfucking ditch. No, let me stop. No, every now and again, though, I do need to be able to say, hey, I need to put this girly
So I never did get to the point.
Because I'm
But
tired
it's that
of
I
doing
want
the
to
dishes.
get married.
Because I've been cooking all week. I need a break. I need you to take over, right? I need to go put on some motherfucking lingerie and give me one of them nice hot bubble baths. And when you done cooking, you better bring your ass in here. I'm dead ass though. Like I want to have that balance. Because I need to be able to do that and not feel weird about it. I need to be able to make my own money and not feel like independent black woman, bitches, bitch. You know what I mean? No, I just like having my own money. I have tasted independence and I ain't going back. I like having my own money. I like being able to buy whatever the fuck I want to buy. I like wearing whatever the fuck I want to wear. That laughing fucked my throat up. You ever laugh so hard your lungs? Anyways, but I had realized throughout my dating, this process and this small relationship, I don't know, I'm trying not to be rude because it's so much that I feel like I have learned from it, right? And I think I thought that I was like gonna get, I guess I thought that the relationship would end up, I guess, building, getting serious and things like that. And maybe it could have. But there's something that we said in the beginning of us talking that foreshadowed. Magic's fucking real. I'm gonna say that one next. That we foreshadowed, right? I'm just randomly, because it just hit me. It's hitting me. That we foreshadowed. Basically, we were saying, if you are actually healed, you'll know it. And basically, when you're in a relationship, basically we're healed, and most people aren't actually healed, and it reflects in their relationship because they won't know when they're getting real love or not. And that's how you know they're not actually healed. But we were saying it in a way as if we're these healed people. And I'm not, no shade on him to say that he's not. But I feel like there is a certain type of love that when reciprocated, that you feel in the beginning of the relationship, in the middle of the relationship, in the end of the relationship. And though I don't think I've ever felt it, somehow I know what the fuck it feels like. I don't know how to explain that. And that's how I know, like, and I've said this before, that I've never been in love before. That I've never had it, right? Because I know what it feels like, and I ain't felt it. You niggas ain't give me none of that shit, right? Even sexually, it's like, I know what a connection, sex would feel like, although I never had it. I just somehow knew, right? And we were having this conversation, right? And so it was foreshadowing because for some reason I thought in my head when we were having the conversation, this is what I was about to say, magic is real, because I'm pretty sure I have visions. And I used to say this, but I used to say it in a way where I wasn't really sure. But I have the gift of foresight. I have predicted almost, there's so many things that's happened that I already knew were going to happen before they happened. And it's fucking crazy. But this is one of those situations that I knew while we were having this conversation that we were so healed, and how people who claim to be healed aren't, because they wouldn't know that love was right in front of their face. I knew then that we both did not fucking know what was right in front of our face, right? Boom. And then, i.e., today, I'm single as fuck. I'm single. I'm so single, your mama want my number. I don't know what the fuck that meant. I don't want your mama's number. Don't do that. In my head, it sounded like I was about to say some real shit. It sounded like I was about to drop some real jewels. I don't think I did. That sounded weird. No, but I knew that. We know what the fuck we were talking about. Well, not that we didn't know what we were talking about, but that we wouldn't know. We wouldn't know if love was right in front of us, right? So anyways, towards the end of this, I got sick. Felt lonely as fuck. Cried my ass off. Kind of had a little bit of thoughts. And then, I want to say like a few days ago, that kind of came up again. But then it's like, okay, I'm not going through anything. I don't know why I am randomly... I said a few days ago. I think that was like yesterday. The day before yesterday. The thoughts came up again, but I didn't know why. Because it's like, okay, nothing's happened. It's very nicely. The reason why we broke up, right, is because him saying that, but I think maybe he really believed that I was jealous. But the nicest way that I could say it is that I would never want to look like those women. So I didn't get why he kept saying it. So I just figured he was just trying to humble me. Because I didn't see a pinky toe that looked better than me. But then this is an attractive woman, right? So I can say I'm not jealous because I don't want to look like these bitches. I'm sorry, but they watching me. I ain't watching them. No, let me stop. Anyways, but then there's an attractive woman, right? So it's like, are you okay? Right? I slid down someone's wall. That's what I cried about. Oh, I got to tell my truths. I cried. I slid down the wall. I walked out. Went to the bathroom. And I cried. Right? It didn't. So I didn't feel jealous, right? But I think I realized that, I was in love. I don't even know if I want to put that. I might have to delete that out. No. So what I realized in that moment was, no, I was not jealous. I love you, girl. I'm good with her. But then I think I realized I was falling in love with him, right? Got to be more careful. So then I realized I was falling in love with him. So it was this weird rush of, what the fuck, right? Ill. Not ill like he's ill. Not ill like loving him would be ill. But ill like... I don't know. I just kept denying it. I'm like, nah, right? So what I have learned from this situation, from like all of this, from the end of, I want to wrap this up. What I have learned is, I was having one of the 3-hour conversations. One of them. I be talking like crazy. The 3-hour conversation I was having with a friend the other day was why he feels like, or no, what, basically, I guess his reasoning for feeling like love doesn't exist, where it doesn't exist in the way that I want it to exist. I've had these fucking debates before with men talking about some love is not no fairy tale, blah, 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 blah. And that's what I was looking for, some fucking fairy tale ass love. Which is true, right? But still no. Because it does. And what I've realized in all of this is, I feel like 2024 for me was not only shedding this snake skin of a personality that I felt like I had to put on to protect myself from people and, you know, trauma and all that shit, I realized that not only had I never been in love, I never even allowed myself to be in love. Because this whole fucking time, right, that like me and him are like going back and forth about some fucking thing he said that I felt is manipulative, and I'm bitter, and or I'm jealous, and, you know, trust issues, and there was never like I don't think there was ever a moment where either one of us was just like nurturing, you know, or, hey, you know, this conversation is getting too heated. Can we talk in person? And then we hug it out. Or not once did we do that, right? Not once. And I'm realizing, or what the conversation that I was having with him, I was saying it, but I don't think I realized it until today, that the reason why we don't have that love is because we don't want to have that love. I think a lot of us just enjoy the chase. I think a lot of us just enjoy maybe even the attention. You're just coping away from loneliness. And then it's kind of hard to like see it that way. I mean, shit, I rock with myself all the time, and I feel like that's what I was telling myself. Oh no, I could be by myself. I can go out on dates with myself, and I'll buy myself flowers. But it's like, if you're so in love, right? Self-love, all this fucking self-love shit. If you're so in love, why couldn't you say a long motherfucking time ago, hey sir, I have these very strong feelings for you, and they're fucking scary. And so I'm kind of looking for some shit. I'm looking for you to fuck up something. That don't look right. Because I'm fucking scared. Honey, I'm running. I didn't even realize that. I'm running. I'm over here like, oh no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to look like I'm chase. And not in the immature ass wait 30 minutes before you text somebody back type shit. But just not wanting to be impulsive. Basically, I don't want to look like I'm fucking crazy in love with somebody that I haven't known that long. So it's like, how you in love, nigga? You ain't known me, and I'm afraid of being rejected by saying like, hey, I think I'm falling for you. I think I might have like hinted at it. But I didn't say it like I'm falling for him, because I don't think I was yet. But I was saying like I can see that I can see how I could fall in love with him, right? But by the time I'm getting to the part where the fucking connection feel crazy, I'm like shutting down and shit. And I know there are moments where he said it, but I'm like, oh yeah. yeah, connection, strong connection. We scared as hell. That's why we don't have it. It's very much possible. It's very much possible, even beyond the things that you give and receive. I'm talking about the feeling, right? The feeling. I felt like I kept looking for the outer whatever the fuck that can say, hey, yeah, this is what men who are in love do, versus going with the feeling. So I put myself out there today and I said it. Now, I don't think I was expecting anything to come from it, because, you know, we're stubborn people, and or maybe he just really don't fucking like me like that. But I didn't cry, you know. I didn't. Okay, that's a lie. I did. It was like one of them. But like, I mean, I didn't cry. And to be quite honest, I don't even know why I cried before. Well, I know why, but I feel like sometimes. Anyways, yeah. So I don't know. I feel very excited about 2025, and the reason why I feel so excited about it, like, I genuinely feel fucking good, and you know, it's not too many times you can be like feeling good and, you know, like I'm going to the store, I'm running some errands, and I'm like feeling like, like, fuck, I don't feel like being depressed or sad about some shit. And it's not to say like I wouldn't, anyways, I don't think that matters. I think the point is that the rush of feelings that I got once I got here is that there are times in the past where I would put myself down for falling in love with somebody. So I would never let it happen. Or there are times where, like, I don't know, I just want to be more girly. I want to be more touchy. I want to be more nurturing. But I just wouldn't do it because I'm afraid, But the whole thing is, I did not want to tell this man, like, hey, I miss you. And you hurt my feelings. And it probably hurt a lot more because I was falling in love with you. I didn't want to say that shit. And honestly, I wasn't going to. I contemplated it for like a whole fucking hour. Like, I don't want to say this shit. But then something's like, yeah, say it. One, say it because it's probably better for you to say it, get rejected, and then realize, oh yeah, this isn't going to go anywhere. And then boom, you fucking Prince Charming walks through the door like, damn, you fine as fuck. I don't know. I don't know how that happens. But I do know when you close a chapter on a love, something I've realized in my love life, right, is every single time I move on, things get better. Something improves about the guy, right? But you don't think it's improving if you've had fucking literally no backbone, no boundaries. So the first person you ever been with fucking doesn't watch his ass. That's not the first person I've been with, but if the first person you ever been with is a funky ass guy who never washed his ass, his drawers stank, he fucking curdled cheese under his dick. Fuck, I got that from. But anyways, if the first guy that you have ever been with is just this fucking worst of the worst guy, then of course the next guy is, this guy brushes his teeth. Everything else is the same, but this guy brushes his teeth. You're not going to see the improvement because it's only, at least he has fresh breath. And then a lot of times, if your first relationship, because I know men go through this too. If your first relationship is so fucking shit, so toxic, it's harder to see that it gets better. And then some people don't want to build up a fucking roster of people. You know what I mean? You don't want to have all these bodies. I don't give a fuck. Because I'm going to keep going towards better. I'm a North Node. It's cap season. I'll go forward. But everyone doesn't want to do that. And this is why some people get stuck with the very first man and then think that all men are like that. But they get way better. Now, some people do get lucky. Your first person is top tier, which is great. But for those people who have had fucked up ass relationships, either A, you're not going to notice how, you're not going to notice how different it is if you've dealt with some fucked up ass shit, right? Or you're going to think because this one thing is better or this two things are better that, oh, okay, this is a better person. And then you settle for that. And then you never get the chance to see how much better it can get if you set fucking boundaries and keep going, man. So the last thing I motherfucking learned is set boundaries. No matter how much I'm telling you, fucking the energy between us. Oh, Jesus. But what difference would it make if I feel like shit in all other areas, or that person feels like shit in all other areas, or we're triggering the fuck out of each other? Because what difference does it make if the energy is that fucking fire? Is it enough? Is it fire enough? Obviously not, because we're not together. So just keep pushing forward, right? And that's why I feel like, I don't know, it almost feels like it was meant to happen. Like, if I'm fucking contemplating for a whole hour to say this shit, and then I say it, and then it's like, oh, okay, well, that's the end of that. And then all of a sudden, as I'm walking, I'm getting all this fucking clarity. The clarity, do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm supposed to be depressed right now. And I understand to other people, where you'd be like, why? You ain't known him that long. Technically, well, anyways, I'm realizing that it's not about that for me. It's not about that for me in this situation, because I'm just happy that I've even admitted how I fucking feel. Like, honestly, I could have known this man for a week, and my dumb ass is just like, oh, I love you, boy. I'm just proud that I even admitted how I felt, accepted the fucking rejection, cried, and I'm probably gonna see him, I don't know, the next person he's talking to, and I ain't gonna lose my mind. Who cares? Right? Because my truth is still my truth, right? It's still my truth. And I love that for me. Because even with that, even with me telling him my truth, I now understand somewhat of unconditional love, right? It's like, okay, if I see him, like, okay, I see him, he's moving on, whatever. I don't see me being like, ew, you motherfucker. I don't know what to say with that one. I don't see me hating him. Like, I don't think that I could see me hating him. You know, and that's probably one of them things like, hey, if things would have been different sooner, but, you know, rejection is protection. I don't think I've ever been rejected by a man and then thought later, oh no. I usually always end up seeing something fucking, not to say that I'm going to see something with him. Not to say that, let me not say that. It's not to say that I'm going to see something with him. I'm not saying that like that. Only because, like I just said, I think for the very first time in my life, I felt unconditional love for a man. I don't even know if I said that, but I'm saying it right now. Shit. I think it's the very first time I felt unconditional love for a man. So imagine going into 2025, right? Like, I feel like as quick as that relationship is fucking as fast as that shit took off, and it didn't take off that fast. But as fast as the shit took off and as fast as it ended, I felt like it just taught me so much about love. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like I've had this blockage my entire life about love, about men, about masculinity, about logic, about that just masculine side of things. And to take on 2024, fucking knocking bitches out left and right, bitch, you got to get the fuck about my life. I'm setting boundaries. I'm in my masculine. I'm in my feminine. I'm healing, right? And I felt like I hit a block. And I felt like the block was hit because I can't heal me when it comes to that actual masculine, if that makes sense. Like, I can be my own masculine and feminine inside, but I have nothing to portray that on the outside. I'm not about to sit here and be like, yeah, baby, I love you. That's crazy. I have nothing to portray that on the outside, right? And so to realize that I'm massively attracted to somebody, the connection's fucking fire, the sex was good as hell, everything's bomb, but I'm still deciding to set boundaries that I feel like are what's best for me. No matter how much this looks way fucking better than anything I've been with. Not necessarily like his looks or like his status or money, but the feeling, the real connection that I've never felt no fucking connection like that in my life, right? To realize that, to admit that, because I wasn't originally admitting that. I'm just like, yeah, because, I mean, I didn't want to admit that I was falling in love with someone. I didn't want to admit that this is what it was and that I'm not as healed as I thought I was. And then to have officially healed that within and then have someone on the outside heal that. Because, like, how do you tell somebody, like, hey, you know, I think you just fucking cured. You might hate love, but I think you just cured mine. But I feel like that's exactly what the fuck happened. So as I'm walking home, it's just almost as if, I don't know how to fucking explain it, bro. It's as if like somebody put a curse over my life and it has officially been lifted. That is that's the best way I can explain it. I feel like somebody has cursed love for me. Excuse me, because I'm having so many epiphanies. Like, it feels like someone like fucking cursed me, right? Like, boom, bitch, you'll never be in love. And I'm like constantly looking for it. I can't find it. I can't find it, right? And then one day I decide I'm not going to fucking look for it, but I'm not going to push it away either. Because I've done that in the past. Fuck niggas and shit like that. And I'm like, resting bitch face. Like, how I met my son's father was straight up resting bitch face. I didn't give a fuck about nothing or nobody. I'm like, going to work. I'm about to motherfucking make this money. And fuck these bitch ass niggas. I was just trying to get away from my fucking family. I don't think about no damn love. So, of course, naturally, I'm attracting in someone who doesn't give a fuck about love. And then the next serious relationship, I'm attracting someone who's open to it, but they're not actually over their ex, are they? No, because he was not. Fucking Richard. But neither was I. I didn't actually stop talking to my son's father. Now, I stopped talking to him romantically, but I never said, hey, this is how you hurt me, and you can no longer be in my life because you don't want to take accountability for this thing. No, I was just, oh, he's a good father and lying. Right? Which is funny because that's the person. I don't know if I told that story time yet. I mean, not story time. I don't know if anyways. This is the same person who I literally, for the first time in my life, blocked him. I just blocked him a week ago. 4 or 5 days ago. Officially blocked him, right? 2024 is literally wrapping itself up. I feel like I'm just here and it's like, hey, do this, and I'm doing this and say, nah, take it out, get it out of here. It can't come with you. That can't come with you. This can't come with you. And I'm over here hoping, not even just hoping, please, universe, give me more. No, I just mean, when you feel like you've felt something you've never fucking felt before. I've never felt energetically, I'll say that. I don't know if I would say, face to face, I felt like he was madly in love with me. Energetically, I've never felt energetically so connected to someone, right? Or to kind of feel like someone would not judge me for being me, whatever the fuck that looks like, right? And then watch it go, or not watch it go, but let it go, and still have love for that person, me. And I'm not saying I don't have love for people, but I still would have a bit of resentments because, bitch, you done fucked up. But no, I don't feel that way. I don't feel like I want to cuss him out. I don't feel like he ain't. I think that man is fucking amazing. And, whatever path it is he's choosing, I hope he gets that. And to wrap that shit up, look, I'm about to go to work. About to count down, probably with my bestie. And that's it. And something tells me 2025 is about to fucking hit me like a fucking sledgehammer. And I'm not even saying in a bad way. I'm telling you, magic is real. And I know people want to hoodoo, voodoo, motherfucking witch and shit me. The person that called me a fucking Satanist shit, this man apologized to me today. I'm telling you. I don't explain it to y'all, man. I really hope everybody's 2024 is ending on a note that is so delicious. The way that I'm telling you, the way that October, it just all just fucking full circle. It's just full circled. Everything just full circled. This was a very long ass video. But the things that I've learned, the biggest thing I've learned is, y'all, biggest thing, all of it, it all will wrap right in this. Unconditional love, baby. Unconditional love for your person, unconditional love for your friends, unconditional love for your coworkers, unconditional love for the motherfuckers walking the goddamn cute ass dog, unconditional love for yourself, unconditional love for your family. You know how you, and you might be like, hey, but you don't talk to your family. But I still unconditionally love them. So I don't have to talk to them. I set boundaries. They don't want to accept that. Fly away, butterflies. You know what I mean? And they're existing right now. They're existing, and they're probably happy and healthy and eating good and fucking and not. Oh God, I don't want to know about that. Woo, that's nasty. Now, mind you, I'm still gonna tell my story times. I'm still gonna tell my truths. I ain't say I'm sparing anybody on my motherfucking truths. I ain't say that now. Yeah, cause some judgment is here. We in the time of judgments now. Y'all read y'all Bibles now. I'm just playing. I said, Jesus. No, let me stop. Unconditional love. Unconditional fucking love. If you stub your toe for the 5th time today, don't call yourself stupid. Unconditional love. You better take that pain you feel when your feet, and you better say like, oh, I'm about to manifest a fucking car. Every time you fucking stub your toes, I know that car is coming. I know that brand new sedan. I don't know cars. I know that brand new Mustang with the motherfucking red trims is coming. Cause I stubbed my toe, and every time I stub y'all better use your fucking words. Okay, I'm manifesting new love, true love, real love, genuine love. I'm being dead ass, and I'm about to be very fucking intentional. I know I made the whole jokes about the celibacies and I'm about to be clapping cheeks. I'm not finna do none of that shit. No. Cause you know what? I do realize that, yeah, of course I'm fucking other people after I get out of a relationship because I want the other person to get mad. Do they know I'm actually having sex with other people? Probably the fuck not. So how are they gonna get mad? I'm just using up my cooch. Hear me out. If any of you women are like how I used to be, hear me out. There are some things that you can do to right? You better get you some yoni oils. You better get you some yoni steams, right? So when you meet your person, y'all finna have some fire. When I'm telling you, I went celibate for a whole fucking year. And when I pop, basically, when I got back out there with I'm pretty sure the cleanse of the old helped for that to be as wonderful as it was. And you think I'm about to let more power to her. But I'm not. Me and my future husband need that. We're gonna need that, sir. Give me that shit back. But no, I'd rather do that than be like, oh yeah, I'm about to fuck everybody. No, I'm not. Fuck that. I'm not gonna fuck everybody. I'm about to be one of those women who gets fucking degrees until that love comes in. I don't think I have to do all that or wait that long, because I have learned that I'm a very powerful woman. But I am going to make the conscious decision to not do that. I'm actually going to give myself time. I gave myself time before, and ain't nobody come into my life until I decided I was going, and then all of a sudden, bow. Worth it. Well, no regrets. Definitely worth it. But not because of that, though, which is actually quite fucking phenomenal. Not because of that. Because somehow, some way, rejection has healed my fucking my love blockage. Rejection is protection. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a happy fucking new year. Because I will. Because I will. I hope you guys have a happy, amazing new year. Stay safe. Don't drink too much. Don't drink at all. And I will see you guys in 2025. Hey, nigga. I can't do that shit.